as humans. Hello, hi. My name is Shailene Msika. I am a Zimbabwean girl, but I grew up in South Africa, and I'm currently at my family home in Zimbabwe, in hopes of connecting deeper to my roots. I came back here to do that because I think that's an important thing to do as an artist and in that journey. With that being said, I am a writer and a director, and I'm so excited to be part of the Terror of 2025 podcast in order to talk about my directorial debut, a documentary called Forgotten: The Human Cost of Homelessness. About the documentary focuses on a select group of homeless people in Silverton in Pretoria, but deals with issues that are faced by these homeless people all over the world. The documentary's aim is to foster empathy for the homeless populations of the world. I find that many times, or these days, people have become so desensitized to the issue of homelessness, so much so that they find it very easy to walk by homeless people, forgetting that these are not non-playable characters. They are real people going through real issues, and I wanted their stories to be heard. In the documentary, we have the homeless population, talk about the issues themselves and tell the stories and say exactly what they want to say, so that the people who are watching can hear the stories from the perspective of the homeless people themselves. And hopefully that will be enough to foster that empathy and to make you rethink why people are homeless in reality, because it's not just they don't want to get a job or they're addicted to drugs. The issues that cause homelessness are way deeper than people think these days. In the documentary, we deal with issues such as the way cities are built, specifically South Africa, the way these cities are built that contribute to homelessness. We speak about substance abuse, we speak about family structures, we speak about jobs and payment structures, and how all these things contribute to the homeless populations. And hopefully this documentary will be able to foster that empathy in people, so much so that they find ways, whatever skills they have, whatever abilities they have, whatever money they have, to give to communities and to the homeless populations in their communities or in their countries, on the continent, in the world, to be able to help finally bring an end to homelessness. And if we can't foster that empathy, even in a small group of people with that documentary, then we'll make another one, because I think that's something that really, really, really we need as humans. Hello, hi, my name is Shailene Msika. I am a Zimbabwean girl, but I grew up in South Africa, and I'm currently at my family home in Zimbabwe, in hopes of connecting deeper to my roots. I came back here to do that because I think that's an important thing to do as an artist and in that journey. With that being said, I am a writer and a director, and I'm so excited to be part of the Terror of 2025 podcast in order to talk about my directorial debut, a documentary called Forgotten: The Human Cost of Homelessness. About the documentary focuses on a select group of homeless people in Silverton in Pretoria, but deals with issues that are faced by these homeless people all over the world. The documentary's aim is to foster empathy for the homeless populations of the world. I find that many times, or these days, people have become so desensitized to the issue of homelessness, so much so that they find it very easy to walk by homeless people, forgetting that these are not non-playable characters. They are real people going through real issues, and I wanted their stories to be heard. In the documentary, we have the homeless population, talk about the issues themselves and tell the stories and say exactly what they want to say, so that the people who are watching can hear the stories from the perspective of the homeless people themselves. And hopefully that will be enough to foster that empathy and to make you rethink why people are homeless in reality, because it's not just they don't want to get a job or they're addicted to drugs. The issues that cause homelessness are way deeper than people think these days. In the documentary, we deal with issues such as the way cities are
Good morning, Nigeria and beyond. It's Thursday, the day of the week that says you are closer to your dream than you think. Welcome to the Psalm TV Morning Show. My name is Abraham Minor Joda. This is where we blend your sunrise with a splash of wheat and a spoonful of inspiration. Now here's the quick story to get you thinking. A young farmer planted just one mango seed. His neighbors laughed. One tree can change your future, they said. But he smiled and said, just wait. Years later, that tree didn't just bear fruit. It became the root of his success, feeding his family and funding his dreams. Now, what is the lesson we are trying to send out from this story? Smart investments may start small, but in the right soil, they grow tall. And speaking of smart investments, listen to the words of Aliko Dangote, who once said, if you don't have ambition, you shouldn't live. And I think I agree with him. Because they turned cement and sugar into empires because they saw value where others saw dust. So why not turn your ambition towards Taraba? From the lush hills of the Mambila to the booming market of Jalingo, Taraba is rich with untapped opportunities just waiting for visionary investors. Today, don't just survive the week. Build your future. Taraba is open for investment. Are you open for the possibilities? But stick around with us. There's more good energy, great story, and your Thursday boost coming right up. And to boost you this morning, we are going to start with a morning show. And with me, to give you a booster shot of analysis of the front pages of the national dailies, is Mr. Daniel Kukwe, the Director of News and Public Affairs on Psalm TV. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abraham.
Yeah.
How was the coverage of the Taraba Festival?
Well, the Taraba Investment Summit was a success. We had a gathering of who in the business and political sector. We had the president represented by the Vice President, Alhaji Kashim Shettima. We also had the former Vice President of Nigeria,
Who is an astute
businessman himself, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Then we had the Sultan of Sokoto, Oni of Ife, that is for the royal fathers. Then we had the deputy governors of states, further states. We have our Bishop Keigama.
our very own Keigama.
Our very own Bishop Keigama. We had the deputy governors of some states, and we had investors like Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Chief Tony Elumelu, amongst other people around. It was a gathering of who is who, and it was an event that, showed that, Taraba is ready for investments.
Yeah, Psalm TV featured at how do you say it? It was beamed live.
Yes.
The live broadcast of the event yesterday. And I was following it from here and observed one or two things. You know, the Bishop Ignatius Keigama spoke on investment from the perspective of the clergy. Dangote spoke from the perspective of business. But something that caught my attention was the statement of the two royalties that spoke. I don't know that traditional rulers too will have insight on business the way they did. They will just be doing their traditional rulership.
We are humans too.
You know, though the Oni of Ife mentioned how he was a businessman before he became a monarch. But the Sultan, I thought he would just be doing the things that has to do with the eminence thing, the caliphate thing.
No, but he was a businessman before. You know, their own is that you're not born as the heir.
Yeah.
So you have to live your life until the time comes. You may become this Sultan, you may not become. So before that, and then just like Alhaji Aliko Dangote say, anyone, if you don't have ambition, you shouldn't be alive. So they are people, for them to be recognized as leaders, naturally they should be people who are industrious in nature.
Now, kudos to the government of Dr. Abute for that feat. If the event yesterday is anything to go by, then we should have a very robust Taraba State in the near future.
Yes, and I also like to speak about the thank you speech by the SDS,
the eloquent
SDS Chief Gibbon Timothy Katabs. He was really he almost acted like an unofficial MC of the occasion, and it was very his delivery was quite fantastic, and it lightened up the mood of the place. Another person that's one of our best in Taraba. Is it Mr. Marafa, Kabiru Marafa? Haji Kabiru Marafa. The introduction he gave the vice president. The vice president didn't know when he started jogging to the stage.
I don't know how he does that thing, but he's so good at what he does that anytime he's anchoring a program, there's a kind of live, there's a kind of this excitement that surrounds him like that, and he's so good at it. Yeah. And I like the way he introduced himself. He will say this, he will say this, he will call his chieftaincy title, the traditional chieftaincy title that was given in the Muri American Council, then he will end with retired public secretary.
That's what, wow, it's a good one. And I think if you look at if you go to the various palaces across Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria, you will find people with such talent in Hausa language.
Yes.
They know how to make you feel like you're the best in the world. And I think he, with his education, with the English language, he has been able to replicate that thing in English language. And that is an edge he has over many of the other masters of ceremonies.
And look at what this person said, the governor of Niger State. He mentioned how he was a banker, BBA, and now he's the governor of Niger State. Yeah. You know, some of these places are events that when you watch, you have so much information concerning your nation and the background of those leaders. So whatever it is that Niger State is benefiting now, in one way or the other, for somebody to have worked successfully in UPA for 20 years, that 20 years must have contributed to his experience in life and his knowledge of the world, so that whatever development that Niger State is going to benefit now has one or two things to do with what he has gotten from
UB. And so, yes, that is a Taravest for you. So let us go to the papers this morning, the national dailies. A lot is happening across the country. Let's go to Daily Trust. Daily Trust, let's start with Daily Trust. Well, Dangote to federal government focus on local investors. That is Alhaji Aliko Dangote as message to federal government. The manufacturers LCCI demands interest rate reduction. That's another story on Daily Trust. Then we have shadow government. Court orders DSS to serve Utomi. Begins here in June 25. So the court has ordered DSS to serve Utomi, and the hearing will begin on June 25. We have politicians, soldiers among Boko Haram informants. Zulum, that's the governor of Borno State. We're going to take that story on another paper because it's a quite interesting one. Wike raises alarm over FCT security of sector. Then we have reps to raise panel over abandoned Barrow ports. We also have our spelling competition expose poor standard in FCT schools. That story is on page 29, also page 20 of the Daily Trust. Now going to the major land Daily Trust 2027. ADC, that is the African Democratic Congress, as the new bride. That is the new bride of the opposition, elements of the opposition. And the African Democratic Congress appears to have emerged as the new political bride in Nigeria's opposition landscape, following its adoption by a coalition of opposition leaders as the platform to challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 presidential election. Previously on the fringes of national politics, the party was adopted by coalition leaders on Tuesday night in what one proponent described as the official birth of the coalition. a coalition which is led by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi, and former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, was formally announced on March 20. However, a decision on which political platform to adopt has been delayed by several rounds of talk, initially with the Social Democratic Party. The SDP has appeared the front runner after El-Rufai defected from the All Progressive Congress, seeking a waiver of interest from supporters and other political leaders. But cracks soon emerged. SDP's national chairman, Shehu Gabam, ruled out participation in any party merger, publicly declaring that the party will not allow itself to be used as a special purpose vehicle by selfish politicians. Following weeks of consultations, coalition leaders met in Abuja on Tuesday night and resolved, among other decisions, to adopt ADC as their platform of choice. The meeting was confirmed by El-Rufai in Katsina yesterday, although it did not disclose the details of what was agreed. That is some of the information gotten from Daily Trust on this.
So just like you mentioned, this seat was on, you said until the time comes, you may not be sure. Time past, we believe that the platform for coalition may be SDP. But as time goes on, it's not SDP again. It is now most likely ADC. As it stands now, we're not even sure whether it's going to be ADC maybe until the election year. Like that. But we wish them well. You understand? We wish them well. The opposition groups. Well, if they feel there's something that President Ahmed Tinubu's government is not doing well and they can do better, they should market their products. Nigerians are ready to buy. Nigerians are ready to hire again in 2027. Let's see who wants to hire, whether Tinubu again or maybe another person else. It could be Peter Obi, or it could be Atiku, it could be Nasir El-Rufai, it could be still Tinubu.
Yeah.
This is a good one. It is part of the democratic process. We encourage them to keep it.
Then he said, we look at Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Yesterday, he said yesterday at 8 p.m. Quoting him, there was a very important meeting of the coalition, and we are putting together to ensure that President Tinubu returns to Lagos in 2027. But he was speaking at the Ariwa Tech Fest. But he said, but we will keep the minister, referring to Bosun Tijani, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, because he's doing well. But Tinubu will return to Lagos. That was what he said. And then to confirm it again, Paul Ibe, the media advisor to Atiku Abubakar, confirmed the ADC's adoption as a coalition platform. Yes, ADC has been agreed, as the party said. Coalition leader accepted relevant committees and directed them to resolve gray areas in arrangement and prepare for public unveiling. That is what he said. And if you look at it on the breakdown talk with SDP, Ibe said the SDP was never really a platform under serious consideration. It was a strategic move to house the CPC component of the APC ahead of a formal transition. You can call it a container to absorb CPC elements before moving to the final platform. This is quite interesting because now they said that the SDP was used as a container to contain the CPC elements in APC before a final agreement. But some of the major members of the CPC, led by Al-Makura, they said they are still in the APC and they are fully they are fully in support of Tinubu. And if you remember, sometime in April, I had a discussion with one of the members of the CPC, founding members of the CPC, Chief Obona Obla. And he also said that, yes, the CPC is still in the APC and they are fully in support of the president, that they are not moving to any party. So definitely, maybe we will look for a way to bring one of the top officials of the CPC back here to speak on this matter.
Yeah, just like I said earlier, we wish them well, whatever it is they are doing, so long as it is not detrimental to the development of Nigeria. This is the way that is going to strengthen democratic process in Nigeria. They should go ahead with what they want to do. Let's look forward to the best of our political party that is capable of doing good to Nigeria. if at the end of the day they are not capable of doing anything worldwide, Tinubu may continue. And just like I said, 2027, Nigerians will hire another president. It could be Tinubu, it could be someone else.
Okay. Well, let us go to the Guardian. The Guardian newspaper. Guardian newspaper this morning has has some very interesting stories that I would like us to look at. Okay. Okay, I'll have the Guardian here. The Guardian has it that 2027, forget defection. Hungry Nigerians hold haze, Makinde tells PDP. That news is on page 3. Then also on page 3, from the headline, you also see Nigeria face IT insecurity, over 2,000 prisoners at large. Now, why didn't you to call for resignation by JAM registrar? That story is on page 3. The reps rally federal government to rescue stranded Nigerians in Saudi Arabia. This story is just one of those stories that keep coming back every year. Once you go for Hajj, you have Nigeria has been stranded. Okay, you can see the photo ops there of the Taraba International Investment. That's Taravest, with a picture of the major players in the major players of the economy, traditional rulers, and government, and also political leaders. Live in Taraba, Jalingo, Taraba yesterday. It was the gathering of who is who in Nigeria. So also reps rally federal government. Okay, we've taken that. NNDPRA to cut petroleum truck loading capacity to 45,000 liters. I think this policy was made earlier in the year. I said it is 60. Any tanker above 45,000 liters will not be loaded. That was during the period, I think January, where we were having these issues with fire and okay. So Gladiator shared sword, restore calm to reverse policy. That is on page 4. The manufacturer has grown over 37% lending rate, cites threats to productivity. You are a testament to our global impact, Tinubu hails British Nigerian mayors. The Lagos State government says Ikeja, Lagos Island, Lekki, top state crime locations. That's on page 5. Okay. Then you have Nigeria's GDP per capita too low, needs growth to boost income, meets aspiration. That story is on page 15. Then with the major story on the Guardian as Zulum flays complicity in terrorism war amid push for new investments. Zulum flags complicity in terrorism war. Let us look at that story. Speech after speech. Okay, I think this story is coming from the Taraba Investment, International Investment Summit. A speech after speech, the top echelons of Nigeria political and business class at the Taraba International Investment Summit in Jalingo, Taraba State yesterday, loftily mounted the need to boost investment in the country in a sobering reality. However, away from the glitz, the governor of Nigeria's most terrorism-stricken state delivered revelation, challenging optimism about discussions. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State accused certain military officers and politicians of acting as informants and collaborators for Boko Haram terrorists. Speaking in an interview with News Central's Breakfast Central program, and infuriated Zulum vowed to deal ruthlessly with saboteurs, undermining his administration's effort to tackle insurgency in the state, even as he said his government will strengthen its intelligence network to overcome terrorists and their collaborators. It made this deal. Now listen to this statement. We have informants and collaborators within the Nigerian forces, within the politicians, and within the communities. That is quite... This statement has come from a lot of people.
Yes, this is not a new thing, because maybe somebody did high has never the sources, from the inside of the plan against counterterrorism, the plan against insurgency and all this criminality. So this statement can talk the political necessarily. I will have rather that he pinpoint, because as it stands now he's still speculating. It's just as he said there could be. I think that is what he means.
Yes, no. I think if he said we have informants or collaborators, and over the years they've arrested collaborators within. So it is within. I don't think it's anything. It's not. He's speaking from the pain of him being governor over people who are completely helpless, insecure. So it's coming from a position of pain. The pain is feeling, and if you look at the other day, he was pleading that they shouldn't allow Marte to fall. And like we know, there are some things that are beyond the strength of the governor. The governor has that is purely military affairs. He has no control over the military.
Considering the fact that even military formations were attacked, 2 or 3 within a month like that. So his cry is not out of place.
Look at what he went for. I say, I want to commend the Nigerian forces for the support that they have been rendering to our non-kinetic measures. Zulum added, he urged President Bola Tinubu to pay close attention to ground-level intelligence and professional advice from the military. He also went further and said the forest guards shall be provided immediately. The president of Nigeria needs to listen to those who can differentiate their left from their right. He said we should not politicize insecurity. The president needs to listen to people who can tell him the right thing. The president should listen to the army, he stated. It's of the opinion that the president should listen to the army and also listen to ground-level intelligence and professional advice. It shouldn't be police. I think I've always been of the opinion that in this war against insurgency, intelligence is very, very important. Ground-level intelligence, intelligence through technology, human providing information and the rest of it, breaking into their rank, infiltrating them, doing counter ideology and the rest of it. That is the kind of way that we can quickly bring an end to this insurgency.
Look at it. He said the governor called for the removal of the effective bottlenecks in the procurement of military equipment and appeal for national and subnational government to resources. The resources are pulled from this subnational government. Our neighboring countries, the states around the northeast, and every state in Nigeria, until we pull our resources together, begin to work in some kind of concerted efforts, we will not be able to have success over, we may not be able to win this war over these terrorists and incidents. There's a way if you attack them, if the heat is too much on Plateau, they sneak into Taraba, then maybe recoup, or maybe they sneak into maybe FCT. You understand? There's a way they will always, if this heat is targeted at them from every state of Nigeria, no breathing space, no resting, then in one way or the other we should have some advantage over them. But if we keep giving them breathing space, they will go re-strategize, re-equip themselves, and come back again and wreak havoc.
That is just it. We need a lot. We still have a lot to do in the area of insecurity. Let us go to blueprint. Let us go to the blueprint. This morning we have 2025 UTME glitches. Why I won't bow to resignation pressure. That is Olede, the JAM registrar. Then Taravas, local investors key to attracting foreign investment. That is Dangote. I will tell you that stories on page 6. Shell on V squad for Unity Cup Russia friendly, page 32. or page 12 of the blueprint. Then we are doing as APC caucus or Osun PDP senators endorse Tinubu for 2027. So Benin National Assembly APC caucus, then Osun PDP senators endorsed.
Very soon they will become most likely. Just like it's happening.
The PDP is crumbling at an alarming rate.
At the end of the day, this coalition and ABC is formed, who do you think will be remaining in PDP? Since the Southeast is already threatening rain and brimstone concerning the Ayahu and the Okoye's position, maybe that is a way that they are saying somebody has already threatened that they may leave the party.
Yeah.
And PDP, in yesterday's report, PDP was begging, the leadership of PDP is begging the Southeast not to leave the party. There was a report like that.
Okay.
At the end of the day, PDP is not existing at the national level, but it should be existing in the state.
Yeah, it will definitely exist at the national level, but we don't have the strength. Yeah. So for PDP is a very big party. Let us forget about the stress and the rest of it. No matter what happens, it has structure across Nigeria. In every local government, every state capital, every major city, they have very strong presence. And I think no matter what happens, the PDP can't just go like that as a party. It will be weakened.
I was surprised yesterday something in the PDP in Yobe State. Yobe State is a stronghold APC state since 1999. They have former ambassador Imagine as the state chairman of the PDP. And so I saw that they still have a very strong presence too.
Yeah, they are always fielding very strong opposition. It's not as if the elections come go without any fight from the PDP. And from there, those in the PDP there, in the past, they had opportunity to get national appointments. So over the years, they've built a strong, and even you see some House of Rep member here and there, and I think they've produced some senators too. So there's always a chance for those that have the strength.
So now that 3 PDP senators from Osun State are endorsing Tinubu, what becomes of Bonadimola? They will end up endorsing Tinubu too, or what?
Yeah, when we get to that bridge, you will cross it eventually. He said we have Boko Haram collaborators among politicians, soldiers. That is Zulu says let's remove politics, end this madness in 6 months. Senate urge intensify military action. We have the story 25 years after Ekiti orders community to elect. Okay, over 77% of pilgrims are lifted for 2025 Hajj. There are 5 background more jail for letting goats destroy. I think these it was cut off, maybe for letting goats destroy people's farms. And we have the story UK 85% 2024 budget implementation impressive. That is according to the Senate. Minister commits 85% of 1.78 trillion 2025 appropriation bill to abandon projects. That's quite interesting. 85% in Nigeria standard is very, very high. 85% implementation of budget in Nigeria standard is a very, very high one. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory Administration, Barrister Nyesom Wike, Wednesday presented the FCT administration's proposed 2025 statutory budget of 1.78 trillion to the Senate Committee of FCT and FCT area councils. He said the lion's share of 85% of capital votes will be used to complete long abandoned and ongoing projects across the territory. Speaking during the budget defense, Wike described the proposal as a budget of consolidation focused on infrastructure continuity and service delivery in both city center and satellite towns. Out of the total capital allocation, 85% is dedicated to completing ongoing projects, many of which were inherited, some dating as far back as 2010. Government is a continuum. What matters not who awarded the project, but who completes it, because they are public funds. These are public funds, we can say. The proposed budget includes 1.29 trillion, that is 72.33% for capital expenditure, and 494 billion for recurrent expenditure. An approach, we can say, aligns with global best practice that prioritizes infrastructure overhead costs. I think this is quite a very good one. 85% of the budget earmarked for infrastructure, for capital projects, while recurrent expenditure will take out of 1.29 trillion for capital expenditure, while 494 billion for recurrent expenditure. And just like you say, that is the global best practices. The priority should be placed on infrastructure over overhead costs.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wiki has this reputation of being very active in terms of infrastructure development, even when he was governor of Rivers State. He was immediately before he became the governor. He has this reputation. So we support him and encourage him to do it.
Okay, and in the previous budget, he was able to achieve a 85% completion rate. So it's a good one from Governor Nyesom Wike. We hope to keep seeing this.
Former Governor Nyesom Wike.
Former Governor Nyesom Wike.
Oh, you're referring to the governor of Abuja?
Well, that's a good one. Let's go to another paper here. Let's go to this day. Okay, this day. We have on this day, the cover page of this day, is after 5 billion, Bonga North shell to take Bonga Southwest FID by 2025. Local content opportunities swell. Total Energy is optimistic about Kotom FID rallies, federal government agencies. Afrexim Bank assets to $42.7 billion as net loans hit 7.8 billion in Q1. Look at last story. Zulum to Tinubu to end insecurity, listen to military, not sycophants. State government can end this scourge in 6 months with contra-autocracy out of the way. Then we have this. Okay. We also have the picture of the opening ceremony of Taraba State International Investment Summit. That's on the cover page. Then 27.5% NPR, MAN, LCCI, NECA, Lamepro, imitatively expensive credit, says Nigeria now 6th most expensive credit market globally. Our finance costs surged by 44%, from 1.43 trillion in 2023 to 2.06 trillion in 2024. Let us look at the story of the NPR report. Look at those that are really involved in this, that were affected directly by the monetary policy rate. Speaking out, the Manufacturer Association of Nigeria, MAN, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, that is LCCI, and the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, yesterday lamented the continued decision of the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria to maintain monetary policy rates at 27.5% since November 2024, despite a global wave of interest rate reduction aimed at revitalizing economic productivity and combating stagflation. Like we all know, Monday and Tuesday, there was this National Policy Committee meeting, and it is there were calls even from the House of Rep and businessmen and associations like MAN and NECA that they should review the NPR rate downwards. But it seems they've been able to maintain the standards, and as it stands, they say Nigeria is the 6th most expensive place to get credit in the world. And there's a global wave of interest rate reductions because it is used to stagnate inflation, which they call stagflation. So this is quite, to me, it's putting pressure on the manufacturers, it's putting pressure on the key actors in the economy, and there's a way I think the CBN should consider this their cries and look at how to make doing business easier for them. Have any any views about this?
Yeah, just to the point you mentioned how Nigeria is the most expensive place where interest and everything like that. So just continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then look at someone, Ajayi Kadri, pointed out that what was evident now in the Nigerian economy was the contrast between the widening profitability of the banking sector buoyed by elevated interest margins and manufacturers shrinking margins, rising debts, and declining productivity. It declares this as an economic paradox that must be urgently addressed. So if you look at the current monetary policies trajectory, it risks turning banks into vaults of idle wealth, while the real economy, where jobs are created and values added, faces suffocation. That is by Ajayi Kadri, one that a society that rewards intermediaries over producers invite long-term declines. And you all see the banks posting very, very lovely returns profit at the end of the day. So it seems we are giving money to because banks are intermediaries. They're giving money, the intermediaries are making money. Meanwhile, the production sector is being squeezed.
Yeah, the production industry still has so many challenges that I think is not isolated. There are instances, for instance, in the north, insecurity is here in agricultural production. Then if you go down to the south, the issue of inflation and so many factors like that. So I think it's normal for people to invest in the place where they feel their money can transform into something worthwhile.
Okay, let us just go to another paper, The Punch. Okay, JAMB on the Punch, on the cover page of the Punch, JAMB reviews 379,000 UTME receipt results. That is on page 14. Then petrol price war closes nearly 5,000 fuel stations. That is on page 20. Then salary crisis, federal government plans intervention funds for 109 foreign nations. There have been calls, there have been stories of our nations not being paid their salaries for months, and I think maybe there is a need for intervention because it is really a smear on our reputation that our diplomats living outside of this country are not being paid, and what kind of that anywhere our embassy is, that is Nigeria. It is considered a territory of Nigeria within the premises of the embassy. It is considered the territory of Nigeria, and if you are within that place, nobody can come and arrest you there. So now you have people living in Nigeria, outside of Nigeria, not having money, not being paid their due diligence.
Life is not easy.
Yes,
One
yeah.
way or the other, there is a need for government to see to it that their remuneration is being as soon as possible.
Okay. In 2027, APC foresees Tinubu's win as Atiku Obi becomes mate. Then also terror threats, Senate Zulum demands swift action from Tinubu. You say Boko Haram better equipped than military. That's Borno governor. Foreign terrorists infiltrating Nigeria. That's Senate. President should listen to army, not politicians. Zulum. And we also have pictures of Tara Vest on the cover page of the Punch. Then Germany warns Nigeria neighbors against Russia alliance. Lagos seek justice for 3,215 abused children in 2024. Nigeria spent $2 billion on external debt in 4 months. That is on page 20. That's on page 20. So that's what we'll take on Punch. Let us go to other papers, just take their headlines. So the Daily Times comes next. On the Daily Times, we have NAFDAC, FCCPC order urge to halt chemical ripening of fruit. Please, we display the cover page of the Daily Times. We've moved to the Daily Times. Yes, the Daily Times. We also have Wike Defense 1.78 trillion FCT budget prioritized this 85% for project completion on the Daily Times. Okay, yes, then we also have a beautiful picture of the governor of Taraba State, the vice president, and Alhaji Aliko Dangote. I think there should be at the Jalingo, the Dambaba Sunte Airport, Jalingo. Then Tinubu food security, regional inclusion, crucial for Nigeria, for national stability. And Wike's political rise unstoppable, that is 8 blast Sam Egu. Mandatory voting bill threatens democracy, global rights. Ajay-led NLC destabilizing our party, not government. That is Labour Party. And the Labour Party, I think they are beginning to go out of the news gradually. Gradually, they are losing relevance. And some of the major players that made them relevant are already looking ahead to other parties. That is quite interesting how Labour fell within a short period of time. So, well, I think that's all we can take this morning on the newspaper review segment of the morning show. I will go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll be bringing the Pidgin section, so Pidgin news segment, Pidgin news review segment of the morning show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Turabo Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464 or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Turabo Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Turabo Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Turabo State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register.
Hello, this is Alok Ghosh, an independent filmmaker and Bengali writer from Kolkata, India. I began my journey as a filmmaker in 2011 with a documentary titled The Struggle of Indian Filmmakers. From the beginning, my goal has been to use cinema as a tool to raise questions around social justice, humanity, morality, human dignity, and values. As a storyteller, and social thinker, I feel complete to tell my own story, a story that naturally connect me with the common people, and film has been my medium to do that. But it has not been easy. Filmmaking needs resources, money, people, organization, and I am not a good organizer. I do not really understand business, and filmmaking is not a solo act, it's a collective art. Most of my films have been low budget or no budget. I realized early on that if I wanted to make films with full creative freedoms, true to my ideas, they would need to be free from the control of capital. And that would make me lonely. It would make survival harder. But still, I choose to enter the battlefield. Gradually, my filmmaking became a one man mission, almost like a soldier's fight. From documentaries to feature films, and eventually, even the animation, my films have taken on different forms over time, but always rooted is the same spirit. I did as much of the work myself as I could, learning and evolving with each project. The titles of the films I have submitted to the Tahrif Festival include Equality animation film, Abandonment of God, Zero, Alternative, The Lonely Queen, documentaries, and the short film Crack. I am truly honored to be.
My country people, on a good morning this morning, and I do welcome una to the pidgin section of our morning show. As this in a session where we dey knack una tori on things wey dey happen for inside of the country, even to serve our community and our society. Country people, how una dey this morning? I hope you say this our rainy season, this our raining days where we dey, so e dey favour us wella. Especially just as we dey talk am, we wey we be say we dey for inside Taraba State. We dey enjoy this rainy season wella. Even though self correct e happen yesterday for inside Taraba State, as our president, our vice president visited us yesterday for inside Taraba State. Take off say e get one correct program wey dey call am say Taravest, one investment summit program wey dey go on for inside the country. So as I dey talk to una, so the program still dey go on. And those of una wey follow us on some TV dey watch this program, make una continue. Those of una wey miss yesterday's episode, did we get am for some TV live for our station, even say we be there for YouTube, my country people. So make una join us as this Taravest program dey go on. Hell, country people, una one sad thing when e happen for inside Ibadan. Now me wan begin with this morning sake of say when I hear this story, it dey pepper me for body. I say I no go fit just sit down on top of this matter like that. I must to carry come share for una wetin dey happen my country people. And I go like make una also follow me touch light matter on Facebook, even sef we dey for YouTube for some TV live concerning una intake on this story when I wan begin with this morning my country people. Okay, make una draw una cushion, make una sit down to listen to this story wella. Okay, now the story I dey begin. So now my country people, now concerning that strange bullet when e be say e kill that 17-year-old student when e be say e dey write WAEC for inside the Oyo for Ibadan, my country people. When I hear this story, when I see the post say people for Facebook, the thing dey pepper me well. I say no, if I not talk am, say e no go good at all. Sake of say no be today. Incident of stray bullets dey hit people for inside the country. Una sabi am now. Any small thing, even say for protest, person go begin dey lose fire, dey open fire. You no go even consider, no go even wonder say people dey road, market women dey pass, street people dey sell something, vendor, everybody dey. They go just na wetin make me sit down here this morning say I go torchlight matter for this boy case this morning. Parents hope say una sit down for there dey listen to me this morning, una follow me there for some TV this morning. Okay, this story happen for inside Ibadan. This boy dey for him papa car, according to eyewitnesses for there. Dem say the papa carry am for inside motor, say the boy get exam, WAEC exam around 8:30 a.m. Say okay, police for road na come dey do this search and the father no fit stop. The father say if he stop, say the boy go fit go fit make am miss the exam when in case say he get to write. Country people as they go. Now another eyewitness wey dey torchlight matter wey dey talk come outside. Come talk say the police dem dey chase one Hilux vehicle. As the Hilux vehicle no gree stop, na from there they come open fire. Country people na dey hear am. As they come open fire, na from there na they come miss shoot o. Now the shooting come go hit this student in my country people when e dey for inside the papa car o. And na exam this boy dey go write. As he shoot this 17-year-old boy, now him twins brother begin dey cry come outside say daddy stop o, daddy stop o, blood is coming out. The father come stop. As this boy papa come stop, when he come open door come check, he come see say oh na him pikin blood don full motor, blood don full everywhere. The policemen sef dey come even run confront am according to how the boy papa take talk. Say na when they come he come jack the police people well. He come begin dey cry. Say last week this boy tell am say he wan become doctor, lawyer. Say and now see am now. Say now na like this the pikin wan take end. As I dey talk to una so the youth of for inside that community, my country people, they come carry this boy go for the secretariat for Oyo State to say make their governor do something for on top this matter. As I dey talk to una so they say make Seyi Makinde intervene for inside this matter. Oh my country people, na so Agodi youth people dem talk am. Okay, una the tori now I wan touch light so for una country people, una don come see am. You dey pursue Hilux vehicle for where vehicles dem plenty. As I be say this our police officers dem they are well trained. When something like this dey happen, you supposed to dey fire. No, you supposed to watch well. Country people no be so. After you watch well, you look that Hilux well. The Hilux no carry plate number. That Hilux is supposed to carry plate number. Yes. They say every day for the thief, one day for the owner. No be must say you go catch that thief that day. As you carry that plate number, write am down. Carry am pass to the other division dem. Everybody go dey chook eye, dey look for the person wey get that Hilux when he carry that plate number. Na so una go take arrest am. Country people no be so the case is supposed to be. But sake of say you stop, say you wan search motor no gree stop, you begin dey open fire for where motor dey plenty, and we no suppose support this kind thing. But I thank God say the governor don talk say him go meet the police people and they go launch serious investigation concerning this matter, because the way the man take open fire e no dey proper at all. I dey against it well. Country people na dey hear me? Come out to stop motor, to search motor, you begin open fire. Yes, we sabi say na una work una dey do, and una dey do am well. Everybody dey praise una effort. But the one wey make me sit down here this morning dey talk and be say many life don go through firing incident like this for inside the country. Una sabi say that one EndSARS this thing too. Na so we take lost life. This one now we don come lost 17-year-old youth, 17-year-old pikin, country people, because of misfiring. I no dey in support of this act at all. My country people are begging. Our gallant police people are beg because make una touch like this matter And also as I say correct proper training don go on o concerning this stop and search, the way they follow motor, even self marua, even self the way we dey take on for this keke napep. You go see policeman dey drag keke napep, keke dey shake this tricycle. Well, as if he wan fling am with passengers come outside sake of say tricycle man no wan give am something. They don do even the one when dey pay me pass wey I dey talk now be say even for here, no be for only Lagos state this one dey happen. Yes, e dey happen for every state. Those of una wey dey watch me una sabi say na true talk now I dey talk so. E dey happen for every state, even say for where I dey here so. They don do am say tricycle dey carry 4. Tricycle when e be say e still carry 4, they go still dey demand something for tricycle hand. E no do overload o. They go still dey demand, and if tricycle no stop, they go carry something hit am. They give you gun for protection. They no give you gun say make you carry enter road, they begin dey open fire anyhow. You dey inspect motor no gree stop, another checkpoint dey front, make you put call. There's also motor dey call, just as I earlier talk am, carry the plate number like this, number like that. Your colleague wey dem dey for front na so they go take stop and hold am for there. So abeg, government people, our police head dem, make una help us talk to our police officers dem. Say abeg, make dem dey do am well. They dey do the job well, but make dem dey carry out the activities with one mind wella. Make dem no dey just dey open fire anyhow when e be say fight no dey. Place where quarrel no dey, person go dey find make quarrel dey. Like that road, that scene when e be say that incident happen now, na see am say na for inside motor, this boy dey for im papa motor when e be say the misfiring go meet the boy for inside. Country people who dead body no dey talk, or this pikin don go. Even sef say they come say okay, they wan follow legal action. They come maybe they dismiss this man, they do anything to this police officer when he do this thing, the boy go still come back. He no go come back. So abeg, we need proper orientation for this our services dem, coach o, biko. We need proper orientation. Make una sit up. As we dey praise una say yes, una don dey bring peace come, abeg. Make una no come do wetin go make youth vex. Una no come do wetin go make students vex begin dey protest for una head. Okay, for those of una wey just dey watch us on this morning section, this na the pidgin section of our morning show. And I just knack una tori on things when e happen for inside the Ibadan state. As one 17-year-old WAEC boy when e be say police open fire come go shoot am for inside im papa vehicle. Na that tori now dey talk since morning when I sit down for here say so abeg, make police no dey fire anyhow. Yes, make una no dey fire anyhow, make una dey check motor plate number, make una trace the vehicle anyhow when una be say una go fit locate that vehicle, make una launch trace, make una launch investigation. And also that misfiring na say see that open fire, when e be say this policeman open fire, so people dem full road, people wey dey say something dem full road. Not only that child dey go school that day, but only say na the thing wey wan happen na im just happen that day. So this matter, this story, e no sweet me at all. So the reason why I sit down here talk am be say I dey beg government for proper orientation for this boy matter as the investigation dey go on. So no be just this police officer, no be him be the first police officer wey don open fire do this kind of thing before. Yes, no be him be the first person. E dey happen for inside the country. So abeg, I want make them address this issue well for inside the country, because of say no be for only Ibadan e don happen. E don happen for many other states as well. Okay, country people, as I earlier knack on another tori now, I wan waka enter go so this morning. Just as I tell una say we dey knack on tori even self of things when e be say dey happen for inside our society. Now na society matter. Now I wan carry knack on so this morning as one man, one stingy man, my country people. Una sabi say for inside house when e be say we dey, we get types of people for inside marriages when e be say we dey. The family where we dey, we comot different my country people. You go look, you go say your own e worst yo, but if you hear another person tori, you go surrender, say my own self is better. Because if person not tell you wetin dey go through for him heart, this hardship, country people, you no go understand you. Okay, now so one woman now, this story where they begin with. So this woman called the husband, tell the husband, say my husband, please, I need 50,000 naira. I wan take and push my business forward. Now from there, this man come call the wife back and say, You need 50,000 naira. Me not get 50,000 naira o. Na 20k na dey for my hand so. But meanwhile, I go call my friend. Make my friend borrow me 30,000 naira. So when you take and invest for your business, you push your business, by end of the month, make sure say you return the money o. Na my friend get this 30,000 naira. Now the wife say, my husband, no problem. Say send this money for me before. As this man come send the, make the wife come receive alert, pam. And the wife come call the husband say, my husband, na 50,000 now there. Now the husband say, yes. Now my friend just give me 30k when I take join this 20k. And as you say you go return her, no problem. Now the wife come say, you look and where? Now 500,000 now you send for me. So now from there this man just begin dey shout. He throw away clothes, he throw away phone, he just faint for them. Now people begin dey wake am up. Country people, you and your wife again now they carry lie, they reach this level. The man begin dey want her, begin dey cry for there. Say, oh, say don't enter one chance. Your explanation say I go take go tell your wife now. Country people, you know, see how the wife, you can't take better for the wife. So now for us, those of una wey dey watch me, even now una how una go do it now. You when e be say you marry this kind of stingy man, he comot for him bank account or with the name, everything, person wey say na 30k na him husband, na him friend borrow am to complete that 20k. Una don come see am. Him name comot, everything comot, 500k, even get enough for inside account, and then to do for the family na problem. Why I carry this matter come be say many people that dey face many things, as many fathers go abandon children for us sake of say na hardship. Even to serve food to feed the children for us sef, dem no go fit to feed them. They go give them sickening money, they go cook rubbish food for us, they go see baba for beer parlour. The father go sit down for there, they eat chicken, they chop pepper soup with correct goosey soup or ogbono there. And children dey for house, even bonga fish they no see for inside soup. Country people, abeg parents, make we wake up, make we hold these children in a way when e be say when they grow they go love us with all their heart. Make una dey watch una house well. Many children as I dey talk to una, so my country people dem drop out from school. No be say their parents no get money o. Their papa get the money well, but now ogogoro dey carry out dey drink. Yes, especially rainy season like this, they no go gree wan pay pikin school fees. They go say cold dey, sit down for house. They go carry money dey drink beer, and pikin too go sit down for house there dey chop rubbish. No be say money no dey to give this pikin better food. So parents, abeg, those of una, especially those of una when e dey for village, I know say our civilized parents no dey do this kind thing. Even though say many people say they don dey exposed, even say as they talk say for local village they don dey exposed. Na person wey wicked na dey wicked in family. Yes, na person wey wicked na dey wicked in house. So abeg, make all of us make we sit up biko no. Make we dey do the right thing. Make we hold our family well in a way when e be say when people look sef they go praise you, say oga you dey do well. Oga your children dey do well. Even though sef say no be the expensive school you carry your pikin go, make sure say your pikin e dey for school. For those of una wey just dey join us this morning, this na the pidgin section of our morning show. As una can see, before una come we torchlight matter concerning that 17-year-old WAEC student when e be say police open fire shoot am for inside Ibadan Oyo, my country people look. And so we don come torchlight matter for that tori, say abeg, as the governor wey be Seyi Makinde don come stand for top this matter. I know say this man proper investigation dey for him case now. This pikin I know say no go come back again, but the thing wey make me carry this tori come this morning be say I want proper orientation for those our people when they be say una know say this gun when e be say they carry be like say na juju. Anytime when you hold our body go dey do you like say go dey move you like say make fight come, e go dey move you like say make something happen, you wan shoot. Common motor stop, make I search you, motor no stop, you open fire. Abeg, na that one make me sit down for here this morning. So we need proper orientation. Una dey do well, our gallant people with them, una dey do well, but meanwhile orientation e no dey tire for person to receive. Yes, proper orientation una need am. Okay, now that one come carry me enter for another story of Stingy People Association as a society. This is our social media people, them they call them say Stingy Men Association. Now that story now come take into my matter this morning. So my country people, so come say one woman who come beg the husband for 50,000. The husband come talk say na 20 he get it, but he go call him friend, make the friend borrow him 30,000. And so he come get am come think say okay na the 50 he wan send to him wife, he come mistakenly come go send to the wife 500,000 naira. And na woman when e be say her business don fall, she wan just use am. You get 500,000 for account and your wife business dey fall, you no fit rise am up for am until you borrow am your own wife 30,000 naira. Tell me, if man come comot say my wife I dey borrow you this one to take do like this for your business, seeking the business o, and you dey want her to pay you back, e show say this man dey hold him house well. I don wanna make me carry this story come this morning, and so I come dey use this medium dey beg those stingy people dem, those stingy husbands dem, say biko abeg country hard well well, make una dey look una wife wella, sake of say if una no hold dem well dey begin go outside now, una go still carry cutlass dey kill dem. The way we dey always dey talk here for this station, you go say my wife cheat on me, my wife do this one, and you no dey hold the wife well for house. So biko abeg, to avoid any tori, to avoid any kata make una hold una wife well, make una dey do dem well. Business fall, you get money, you yourself wey say you dey carry money borrow your wife and you shame not cash, you no go fit carry your own money pay for your wife, and you say make your wife pay back, and now God don come cash you now, say the money sef you even get am plenty for your account, but you just want to hold this woman, just to weigh this woman down. And many of una sef e be like say una dey enjoy to see una wife sef dey suffer, which is very very bad. But when una go outside, una go dey do other people wife well, una go dey do other people children well, but your own dey for house dey shine eye like ororo deer, you never take care of am. So abeg make una sit up, make una work hand in hand, so that our country, our children, they go lead us, they go lead tomorrow, say cause na dem be the future of tomorrow. But if you no give them proper upbringing, you no hold them well, the first person wey dem go begin dey deal with na you, when e be say you be the papa. So biko abeg, those our parents when e be say they don hear me this morning, abeg if you dey for among this Stingy Men Association, make you comot kiakia, because e dey scatter house. So make you comot kiakia, so that your family go stand well gidigba for ground. And also those of una when e be say una don sit down follow me touch light matter concerning the first story when e be say I talk, make una drop una comment with us for Some TV for Facebook, we dey for Some TV Facebook, even sef we dey for YouTube at Some TV Live. Make una drop una comment for that section. My country people, I dey thank una once again for joining me this morning on the pidgin section. But meanwhile, make una no go, because the morning show go continue with Oga Abraham and Mr. Ira. My name na Esther Oka Steven. I thank una for joining me this morning. Una do.
I am a Zimbabwean girl, but I grew up in South Africa, and I'm currently at my family home in Zimbabwe in hopes of connecting deeper to my roots. I came back here to do that because I think that's an important thing to do as an artist and in that journey. With that being said, I am a writer and a director, and I'm so excited to be part of the Terror of 2025 podcast in order to talk about my directorial debut, a documentary called Forgotten: The Human Cost of Homelessness. About the documentary focuses on a select group of homeless people in Silverton in Pretoria, but deals with issues that are faced by these homeless people all over the world. The documentary's aim is to foster empathy for the homeless populations of the world. I find that many times, or these days, people have become so desensitized to the issue of homelessness, so much so that they find it very easy to walk by homeless people, forgetting that these are not non-playable characters. They are real people going through real issues, and I wanted their stories to be heard. In the documentary, we have the homeless population talk about the issues themselves and tell the stories and say exactly what they want to say, so that the people who are watching can hear the stories from the perspective of the homeless people themselves. And hopefully that will be enough to foster that empathy and to make you rethink why people are homeless in reality, because it's not just they don't want to get a job or they're addicted to drugs. The issues that cause homelessness are way deeper than people think these days. In the documentary, we deal with issues such as the way cities are built, specifically South Africa, the way these cities are built that contribute to homelessness. We speak about substance abuse, we speak about family structures, we speak about jobs and payment structures, and how all these things contribute to the homeless populations. And hopefully this documentary will be able to foster that empathy in people, so much so that they find ways, whatever skills they have, whatever abilities they have, whatever money they have, to give to communities and to the homeless populations in their communities or in their countries, on the continent, in the world, to be able to help finally bring an end to homelessness. And if we can't foster that empathy, even in a small group of people, with that documentary, then we'll make another one. Because I think that's something that really, really, really we need as humans. Hello, hi, my name is Shailene Msiga. I am a Zimbabwean girl, but I grew up in South Africa, and I'm currently at my family home in Zimbabwe in hopes of connecting deeper to my roots. I came back here to do that because I think that's an important thing to do as an artist and in that journey. With that being said, I am a writer and a director, and I'm so excited to be part of the Terror of 2025 podcast in order to talk about my directorial debut, a documentary called Forgotten: The Human Cost of Homelessness. About the documentary focuses on a select group of homeless people in Silverton in Pretoria, but deals with issues that are faced by these homeless people all over the world. The documentary's aim is to foster empathy for the homeless populations of the world. I find that many times, or these days, people have become so desensitized to the issue of homelessness, so much so that they find it very easy to walk by homeless people, forgetting that these are not non-playable characters. They are real people going through real issues, and I wanted their stories to be heard. In the documentary, we have the homeless population, talk about the issues themselves and tell the stories and say exactly what they want to say, so that the people who are watching can hear the stories from the perspective of the homeless people themselves. And hopefully that will be enough to foster that empathy and to make you rethink why people are homeless in reality, because it's not just they don't want to get a job or they're addicted to drugs. The issues that cause homelessness are way deeper than people think these days. In the documentary, we deal with issues such as the way cities are built, specifically South Africa, the way these cities are built that contribute to homelessness. We speak about substance abuse, we speak about family structures, we speak about jobs and payment structures, and how all these things contribute to the homeless populations. And hopefully this documentary will be able to foster that empathy in people, so much so that they find ways, whatever skills they have, whatever abilities they have, whatever money they have, to give to communities and to the homeless populations in their communities or in their countries, on the continent, in the world, to be able to help finally bring an end to homelessness. And if we can't foster that empathy, even in a small group of people, with that documentary, then we'll make another one. Because I think
from Sri Lanka, I'm a filmmaker passionate about bringing untold stories of resilience, identity, and human rights. I have submitted my film An Island Story to Tahrir Festival. It is about post-war realities of my homeland. Actually, I am very much honored and I'm very happy for joining this Creators Unplugged podcast session, and very much excited to attend the festival too. Thank you for the opportunity. I am Nawaiha Kuharaja from...
My name is Alexei Burnosenko. I'm from Warsaw, Poland. And yeah, in the industry, in cinema, I mostly play plays the role of actor, also actor and director in theater. And yeah, here I'm representing on the festival the beautiful documentary called The Forest. And the reason why I really desired to take part in this podcast and in the festival itself is because this documentary I'm representing is a part of my history, part that is like even my people never heard about in majority. And this is kind of result of investigation, result of research, result of great piece of work and art. And yeah, I really would like people of the world to know about it. I really want to share this information so people will learn on the mistakes of our past and never accept it in our future. Thank you very much. See you. Bye. Hello, colleagues. My name is Alexei Burnosenko. I'm from Warsaw, Poland. And yeah, in the industry, in cinema, I mostly play the role of actor, also actor and director in theater. And yeah, here I'm representing on the festival the beautiful documentary called The Forest. And the reason why I really desired to take part in this podcast and in the festival itself is because this documentary I'm representing is...
Welcome back to the morning show on Some TV. I am Abraham Minor Joda, and still with me is Mr. Iradane Kukwen. Yes, well, this is the segment where we talk about news that has to do with Taraba State. So this morning, we are going to look at the Taraba International Investment Summit, where it was a gathering of who's who in the business and political world in Nigeria. Yesterday, the traditional rulers too were ably represented, and also religious leaders. It was a gathering that we forever remain in the mind of every Taraban. The state was the city of Jalingo was transformed into a mini Abuja yesterday.
We had so many, the presence of security men was heavy, and we had so many vehicular movements up and down with siren. And somebody mentioned how we have about 12 private jets parked at the Dambala City airport while the event lasted. So that is a very good one. The doorway to Jalingo from the skies was put to good use.
Yes, yeah. And there's anytime things like this happen, we usually forget as a very, very important player in events like this. Those that ensure that everywhere is secure and there's peace. Without peace, there was no way we could have been able to have this yesterday. So I want to commend the security operatives. They did well. And even with the every presence of security, they were very, very cautious with the approach. You see them stand around. They were doing their duty, but without being intruding on the rights of the people around. They were very, very professional, if you ask me, and I would like to commend every security agency that was involved in this in the event yesterday.
As the fire marshals, the army, the police, the DSS, the immigration, the custom, the civil defense, you see as they move around patrolling and seeing to it that peace is maintained all over Jalingo while the event was going on. Though it is not because of the event that we saw their presence, it was just because of the ceremony that they too became ceremonious. But they have been active doing that. Jalingo is actually very peaceful. Taraba has been peaceful for some years.
Yeah, because I would like to say, because I went to the event, I went some few minutes to just the vice president has landed. Then at the airport, he was taxiing down when I decided to go to the hall, the venue. So security at that point was very, very tight, and they were alert. But I found it very, very interesting that at every point I get to, at every stop, the moment I wave the press pass given to me, they will just, even from afar, if I just wave it, they wave me on. And in some places whereby they stopped me, just a joke or two, just to a very relaxed atmosphere. I would meet there, I crack jokes with them that, are you waiting to have a handshake with the DC? They will laugh, they say, we'll meet in the hall. So it was very professional, the way they handled it, and kudos to them all once again. Yeah. Okay, now let's go to the event proper. And we've spoken so much about this event. Let me just look at some of the things, some of the words of the participants in the event. Look at the vice president. The president, ably represented by the vice president, said Taraba is an agricultural powerhouse that must be fully harnessed. That is the words of the president through the vice president. I stated this in Jalingo, Taraba State Capital, on Wednesday, while declaring open the Taraba International Investment Summit. The vice president, representing President Bola Tinubu at the occasion, noted that the president has initiated programs targeted at decentralizing industrialization from the federal government to subnational governments of Nigeria. And also speaking at the occasion, chairman of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the chairman of United Bank for Africa, Tony Elumelu, both advised the host of the summit, Taraba State Governor, to encourage local investors to thrive. That is a big advice from those businessmen, major businessmen.
I think they were unanimous in their position, which was that investors are not invited. What do you call it? They are attracted.
Yes.
Attracted. So I think we have started on a very good note. We have so many local investors. Somebody was commenting yesterday how Chief Gabriel Olainka is one of the local investors.
Definitely.
Or being the trailblazer in establishing a private television station,
business school,
and other
the
chain of businesses like that. Local investors have a strong presence. Chief Gabriel Olainka too was in that event yesterday. So local investors have to be thrive. Then that will attract foreign investors.
That is what the richest black man in the world, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, while presenting his speech, urged the governor to prioritize encouraging local investors, stating that foreign investors can only be attracted to Taraba State when local investors are doing well. When they see the good stories coming from the local investors, it will attract the local ones. So he advises to start the success of the investment with domestic investors. In any environment where local investors excel, it attracts foreign investors on their own. They strive to come out without wooing them. So, and he went further to say, we as Dangote Group, we are ready to come and invest in Taraba State. That is a good one.
We're looking forward to them coming. We are receiving them with open arms, so long as it's going to make Taraba State be in the league of developed states.
Also on his part, the chairman of UBA, Tony Elumelu, promised to partner with the Taraba State government to empower the youth. I say we as Transcorp, our company, I will look forward to partner with Taraba State to make sure your dream of Taraba come true. And he went further to say, I believe strongly that empowerment is the only way to bring up our younger ones. When you have investment, people live better life, industrialization. We also bring peace and security, Elumelu stated.
Yes, we have started on the right path where people will live better lives in Taraba with Taraba. It just started. It has begun just like we see in movie.
Yeah.
So greater things will come. We look forward to better Taraba State, a more industrialized Taraba State. Entirely not just in Jalingo, south, north, west, central, everywhere, in Kiambu, in Takum, in Usa, in Ibi, in Karim Lamido, in Yakoko, in Zing, in Nyamusala. What's the name of that? Kona, all these places. We're looking forward to all these places being industrialized, and that has a way of curtailing youth restiveness, as a way of curtailing some unwholesome activities of the youth. Looking forward to that. That's just began.
Okay, and I think, well, the Taraba Investment Summit has come, and it's a good one. Now, like we all know, taking the advice of the Alhaji Aliko Dangote, investment attracts people. You attract investment. And how do you attract investment? You attract investment when you have investors, local investors on ground that are thriving. So people say, okay, these people are thriving in this area. Let me go and see how I myself can enjoy in the wealth of that land. So there's a need to develop the local economy in such a way that even those coming to invest will look at it that there is a thriving, there's a huge consumer base here that will come and say, okay, if I situate my investment here, definitely I have a ready local market before even markets outside of here.
Yeah, I think the Taraba agricultural sector is already thriving. We have potential for rice farming. And the output of rice farming in Taraba State is quite huge. All we're waiting for now in that sector is for investment that will give us more value for our products, the value chain, the rice processing, and other things like that. So we already have a thriving local investment as pertaining rice farming and local food, even yam farming.
I think where we're missing it, we are still at the crude stage of farming. It is mostly sustenance. Even those doing for this, then the value chain, that is where the money is. So people have said severally that if you look at farmer, there is no profit in
what they do
in farming. It is where you add value. It is in the value chain that the billions of naira that you expect, that is where it comes from. When you have the millers, when you have those that refine the rice, the stoning and the rest of it, this is where the money comes. When you have good storage system, you have this and that, you polish it in such a way that it can be exported, it can be sold with a very, very good price. That is where the money lies, and that is where we've not been thriving at. There is no value added to what people call pick the raw materials. Look at cassava, look at tomatoes and the rest of it. I think these are areas whereby we need to invest on more, and also in the mechanization of agriculture, we can continue to use the whole and cutlass method for farming and expect to feed the nation. So, well, I think this is all we can take on this segment on the morning show. It has been a very fantastic one, and if you missed Taraba, well, you've missed a very wonderful event. But yes, Taraba is just the beginning. The summit was just the beginning. Now work has started in earnest, and you are invited to come and invest in the nature's gift to the nation, Taraba State. So this brings us to the end. I want to thank everyone that have been part of this, part of this production this morning. Mr. Dominic Godwin, the planner, is behind the cameras with the studio manager. We also have in the studio, we have Mr. James Atai Manuel, we have the tech lead, Mr. John Oyewole. We also have Mr. Shamaki and the King, who has been ensuring that everything moves on fine. And also Madam Esther Oka Stephen, who did well on the Pidgin segment. So thank you everyone, and my partner here, Mr. Radane Kukwe. It's a pleasure always having you on the morning show.
Very nice.
Yes, and also the executive producer of the morning show, Chief Gabriel Olainka. It's a good one that you providing this platform. My name is Abraham Manager Joda. Good morning.
Hello, colleagues. My name is Alexei Burnosenko. I'm from Warsaw, Poland.